Okay, it's actually recording this time. Alright boys, I'm going to try not to have a stronk making this video, but I'm trying to make a video explaining the setup that I'm using currently for PvP. It's kind of like a realmshifter Bayo hybrid. 2 Fraser charms. This run I'm going to use the Arisen Bad Katha and play around with my bird, the Ashen Phoenix, this month's monthly. And I've got my stuff set up differently with Mimic's Mischief and Wyvern's Speed, so I can get some pretty decent numbers out of the bird itself. And it's kind of nice because the bird does a lot of damage when set up properly. And the nice thing about it is if the bird does not do a lot of damage, you can always do it yourself. I don't think this boy can be stunned. Oh, he can. Should have just tried that twice in a row. Alrighty. So I always seem... Oh, would you look at that? Twins. Who wears it better? It's one of those guys that got blast as the only skill in his loadout. Oh, thank you, Wyvern Speed, for failing so many times. Let's just go ahead and do that. Get some big numbers. It's a nice thing about this, the bird, the Ashen Phoenix does a lot of damage itself, but if he's really lacking and not helping you, you can always just do it yourself, because you're a realm shifter. You don't really have to rely on the bird. He's just kind of doing a lot. Look at that, Wyvern Speed's just helping a boy out today. And because this Gilgamesh does not have any defense buffs up right now, I can get Warrior's Purveying to do a little bit of damage. Just a little bit. And that's the nice thing about this little hybrid setup is it could go either one of two ways. Either in your buff stage, the bird is going to buff you, or in the buff stage, the bird is going to continually attack and give some pretty good numbers. And like for example, was it 12 or so that I just got out of Ember Seal, and I literally have no magic of my own to actually boost the stat of the bird itself. So I'm just kind of relying on the bird's magic stat itself. But anywhere where attack stat comes into play, my attack stat helps him significantly. Oh, I didn't want to move this round anyways. As you can see, I have no defensive buffs up because it's kind of nice to get hit hard from time to time because of the stat boost from Realm Shifter having low health, which is nice. I mean, it's basically the same thing that Beowulf does as well, but because I have basically no gear, I can actually get a decent amount of health out of Realm Shifter. Come on, just get it done. I can get a decent amount of health out of Realm Shifter. I have a feeling this is going to be a high-level deity that doesn't want to take damage or be hit. But because you don't have a... look at that, you're stunned, buddy. What was I saying? Let's get some crits out of there, too. But you can get decent health and ward instead of the 1350 that most Beowulfs come standard with. Like certain situations, except for when I'm recording, you can one-shot them on the first turn. See, that's just setting me up for success, though. Oh, nice. Why wouldn't it block me? Yeah. I swear, every time that I pop the video on, just... everything just goes chaotic. Yeah. See, and I'm overdoing it a lot, too. Just kind of trying to explain the extent of what the bird can do when it's fully buffed. And buffing itself at the same time. But the majority of the time, you don't really need to get any farther than Mimics Mischief itself. In fact, sometimes just stomping in early can actually benefit you greatly. Kind of keep that great Mimics Mischief in there for a random, could be helpful debuff from time to time. But as I was saying, majority of the time, you really don't need to go any farther than Mimics Mischief itself. Especially with Warrior's Profane. That one, I mean, I knew I was going to get zeros out of it. But hey, look at that. But then again, sometimes you do. Of course, them deities. I don't know what the deal with that is. But I'm going to go ahead and pop Gunner on this one too. Just because I'm feeling antsy about it. Look at that. Now what can we get out of this? Can we get a crit? Nope. But we can still get him. Nice match out. And set up for success. Pow, 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 pow. What in the heck? Oh, it's a deity, that's why. What the heck? Ouch. Gilgamesh seems to be where the bird lacks the most. It doesn't really tend to do much damage once full defensive buffs and everything are up. Yeah, see. Neither do I, though. Gotta make sure you do. Oh, come on, don't do that. Alright, now we might be able to do that. Yeah, see, always retry at low health. From time to time, it helps. See, in that turn, yeah, I had good intentions, but was just feeling a little lazy, I guess. But I'm probably going to wrap this video up here before too long. I was getting some absolutely ridiculous numbers out of him earlier. It was most likely just chance, though. I was thinking, I was like, you know what? He's doing really good. I'm gonna make a video. And then he's like, oh, I'm camera shy. No. No, don't do it. No. No, don't do it. Yeah, see, stuff like that. When you get that 5th hit off of Warriors Profane at another 15 to 20k, that's the kind of stuff you want to see. Sometimes you can just do that. Of course. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Ended on a dumb one. Yeah, see, Lazarus Ventura 3 hits for fucking a shootload. When I'm critting for 1,000. Ooh. Whew. Look at that. Huh. Of course, gotta get some losses in there too. Kind of hoping that I get a little bit better performance out of the bird while I had the camera rolling. But of course not. I mean, it might seem good, but I had him on a roll earlier, and he was really loving it. Had to back him off a bit. But after this one, I'll go ahead and wrap her up. This is probably going to be a half-decent battle. I'll go ahead and let the bird finish this one off. If he can. Seems like it'd be something fun on paper. Then again, he probably just isn't gonna do it. Yeah. Might as well throw some numbers in there. Help him get that ward down. He is a significant little helper, though. Surprisingly enough, I've had him hit deity for their weak spot a lot more often than I've had the mightiest mimic hit for the weak spot, but that's just because the mightiest mimic refuses to actually proc Ultima anytime that I'm against deity, so it's kind of nice to have this bird. Thanks for watching.